Floss Tube, it's Julie with Reflections Framing and Stitching. I am just popping in quickly before the regular video to let you know my vacation hours have been set, and they are as follows. I will be away from the shop June 26th through July 6th. So the shop will be closed during that time with a couple of exceptions. Connie's coming to town to house it, and she very graciously offered to do a few hours at the shop for me. So she will be in the shop on June 30th from 11 to 3, July 1st, which is a Saturday, from 10 until 2, so regular hours then, July 5th and 6th from 11 to 3. And then I should be back on the 7th, or Connie will be covering for me depending on, I should be back on the 7th. I get back into town on the 6th, but you just never know. So one of us will be there at 10 on Friday. So just wanted to let you know that information. It is posted in several places. So it's posted on the Facebook page for Reflections. It is posted on the Reflections website on the calendar page. It is posted on Google. I updated Google for those dates. And now I'm putting it here at the beginning of this video, so hopefully most people will see it. I'm hoping. And then a lot of people probably know that I usually go out of town over the 4th of July anyway, so I'm hoping that this will help that situation out. As I posted on my Facebook page and Instagram the other day, the monument sign is now up. And so hopefully that will help people to find the shop, because I am still getting phone calls from the parking lot. So if you are wondering if you're in the right spot and you're in a building with lawyers' names on it, look at the south end of the building and see if there's a monument sign with my logo on it. So it's digital on one side and then just has logos on the other side. And the digital part is on a 1-minute loop. And then I'm at the very top on the static side. And it just says Reflections Framing and Stitching there. So hopefully that will help people. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the following video. And I will see you the next time. Take care. Good morning, Floss Tube. It's Julie with Reflections Framing and Stitching. Today is Monday. It's the 5th of June, and this is Floss Tube video number 71, I think. Welcome. How are you? I'm good. It's a beautiful morning today. So it's going to get hot, but right now it feels pretty good out here. I'm on the deck. This is kind of my happy place right now, is sitting out here on the deck. Dan got the screen door built to come and go a little easier than zipping and unzipping the zipper. The dogs don't like it though, because the spring is pretty tight and it slams the door and scares them. They did not care for that. But yeah, I thought I don't have a whole lot to show you as far as stitching goes, because I have been monogamous again for another week. I am working on Teresa Wensler's Land That I Love, and I want to see progress, and the only way I'm going to actually see progress is if I work on it for longer than 5 seconds. Rags, don't sit on that. So I have been working on it exclusively. Now, will I remain monogamous? Probably not. But for right now, it's working for me. I would really like to finish the top section like I had told you in the previous video. And I thought I had, and then I looked at it and I'm like, nope. I haven't. There's some things I hadn't done that were underneath the Q-snap, so I am not done. But I will show it to you later. So this might be fairly short, or I could get long-winded. I don't really know. But anyway, I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I worked on Saturday, and then Zoomed Saturday night. Yesterday, I worked on a new design, for a new under the dome design that I think is going to be really cute if I can pull it off. But I'll have to see. I had the design mostly done, and now I just have to wait for something else that I need in order to start the stitching. And then we went to, our oldest two granddaughters had birthdays in May, and their family party was yesterday. So we went to Adam and Marcia's house and did a little hot dogs and brats and cake kind of party. Had a good time there. Abby and Travis and Hayden and Reese were there. And Dan's mom and sister, Alex and Emily, Dan and I. So, had a good time. Emma was pretty concerned about Reese getting to her stuff. Reese stresses Emma out. Because she's a lot. I mean, she's 3, so, and Reese is 8, or Emma is 8 now, and so she stresses her out, and she doesn't want her playing with her stuff. And she apparently, at her pool party yesterday, Emma had received some new Play-Doh, and she didn't want Reese playing with it because Reese would mix the colors up. And I pointed out to Emma that, you know, when she was 3, she mixed the colors up too, but Emma didn't want to hear it. She's like, yes, but I just got it yesterday. So she stayed mostly sitting by me yesterday because Reese stresses her out, and she didn't want to be there if she got into any of her stuff. So it is what it is. It's not like Reese is bad. She's just a 3-year-old, and she's an active 3-year-old. Let's see. And then the rest of the day I worked on the new design, and we sat out on the deck most of the evening last night. I was reading a book, and I don't know what Dan was doing, playing on his phone. So that was our weekend. Nothing too terribly exciting. We did get a little rain. And now it's Monday. I've got my second load of laundry in the washing machine. I took Lola to the vet for her teeth cleaning. I'm going to make this video. I'm going to post a video. And I don't know what I'll do with the rest of the day. I thought about running to Sam's and picking up a couple things. I usually like to go first thing in the morning, and I just didn't feel like going the first thing this morning. So, I don't know. Maybe I will just sit out here until it gets too hot and stitch. We'll see. So, on to why the real reason you're here, which is cross stitch. I will show you what I have gotten done. For those of you who are not familiar with Land That I Love, it looks like this. And even though I started it fairly soon after it came out, I just haven't gotten very far. So I'm still working on this top section, and my goal is to get this, like everything down to here done. And I thought I had all of this stuff done, but when I took it out of the Q-snaps, this little basket here is still not completely finished. So I need to do that, and I need to bring this down, and then do this. So I'm still quite a ways from reaching my little goal, but I'm doing good at sticking to one piece. I'm stitching this on 40 count anthracite, which is a Zweigart color, but I dipped it in walnut crystals. I notice I keep mixing up crystals and shells. Shells are what I use to stuff pillows with. Crystals are what I dip my fabric in. So sometimes I just get crystals or shells or whatever mixed up. So my apologies. So this is where I'm at. Let's see. There. I think you can see it. So this week I got the eagle in the middle done. I think I'd started it in my video that I'll post today, but I got the eagle done, the basket underneath done. I got, thought I had a spider crawling up my leg. I think it was just a breeze. This is too big. I got this motif done and this motif done. So that is everything that I've accomplished this week, which is pretty good for me. This is where I took the Q-snap off, and lo and behold, this is not done down here. See, there's only one handle. There's got to be another handle, and I think there's a couple more lines of stitching. And then I got to bring the borders down on both sides, and then do that. Hopefully I can get it done before the 4th of July. That is my goal, is before the 4th of July. And then it'll probably go back in the thing and not be worked on it for another year. Which is sad, because I'd really like to get it done. It's really turning out to be a pretty piece. I did change some of the colors, because it called for all DMC, but I did change some of them to overdyes. So my red is an overdye. Some of the blues are an overdye. Sorry, I misspoke. It calls for both overdyes. I swear there's something crawling on my leg. Sorry, you know, me and spiders don't mix. But I tweaked the colors. So it calls for Weeks and Classic Colorworks, sorry, and DMC. I did tweak some of the overdyed colors, and I think I added, like it called for DMC 3777 for the red, and I'm using Cayenne from Weeks for my red. So I did switch things up to make it work on this fabric. And that is all the stitching that I have to show you as far as my stitching. I wanted to say thank you to someone. I got in the video that I'm posting today, no, would have been the retreat recap video. I had shown a couple of charts that I picked up from someone who was giving some stuff away. They were silver lining charts, and they were irises, and they were one was an iris, one was a rose. And I had mentioned that purple iris was my favorite, and although the pink was pretty, I wish that Lori had had a purple iris. And yet, Saturday in the mail, I got a lovely package from a lady. I can't read her last name for sure. First name is Janet, though. Janet from Texas. And she sent me a little note saying that she watches my floss tube, and she found these purple iris charts at a recent event that she was at, and she thought she would send them to me, and which actually made me cry. It was so sweet of you. I just don't expect people to do things like that, and I thought it was very sweet, and they're absolutely beautiful. She sent me two. One is called Purple Passion. Isn't that pretty? and the other is called Purple Promise. And of course, they came Saturday, shortly before I closed. And if I take a different route home, I drive right by Joann's Fabrics, who carries Anchor Floss. And these charts happen to carry, or call for, Anchor Floss. The one that I decided I would do first is Purple Passion. And it has 16 different anchor threads called for. The rest is DMC. So I figured, hey, I needed to run right out and get those anchor flosses. So I stopped and picked them all up. All 16 of them I managed to get. So I will be able to start this project. Aren't these cute? That's how anchor floss comes now, is on a little spool. But as far as I know, I mean, I'm sure there's some larger shops that probably carry it, but when I inquired, their minimum order was huge, and I couldn't afford it. So the only place I know to get it locally is at Joann Fabrics, and it comes on these spools. And I think there's like 10 yards on each of these, and they're maybe $1.70. So, and 2 more. So all the pretty purples from my project, I have them. I don't know when I will start it, but I'm ready. I'll probably take these back to work after I pull the DMC from my craft room and pick out the fabric, because I like to kit my stuff up when I get it, so that I'm ready. Whenever the mood strikes, I am ready to start that. So I will probably just do like I'm going to guess a light beigey color, maybe Cafe au lait. I have to look at the chart, because I was thinking I might want to do it over 1 on like 40 count Burdoll. And I haven't looked at the chart to see if there's any reason why I couldn't do that. Like 3/4 stitches or some stupid thing like that. I don't think so. There is back stitching. But I don't think, now that I'm looking at it, I don't think there is. And this would be absolutely stunning done over 1. It makes me excited to start it. I don't know. It kind of makes me excited. Get that little bubble of excitement in your stomach. And you're like, ooh, a new start. But bring it down, Julie. Bring it down. Because I want to get my goal met on Land That I Love. Another thing that's going on in the stitching world, I should say, is I sort of got a bright idea to have a start along with Owl Forest. A couple of the ladies have been purchasing Owl Forest designs, and I have a couple myself. And I said, oh, we should do a start along, because, you know, we've given up on stitch alongs. And quite a few people were like, oh yeah, we should do that, we should do that. So everyone's been perusing the Owl Forest website and purchasing charts and purchasing the floss. They have some beautiful overdyed DMC for their charts. So we're waiting on people to get their floss and their charts that they've ordered before picking a date to start. But I thought I would show you the 3 that I'm thinking of, the 3 that I have purchased. There's a lot of pretty charts. A lot of pretty charts. But I thought I would show you the 3 that I have currently in my stash. The very first one that I bought was after Lori from Mischievous Stitches showed hers. And it's called Southern Land. Let's see if I can get Why won't it let me do that? Ah, there. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but that's southern land. It's kind of a blue and a red. That's one that I have. I have Everlasting Flowers, which looks like that. And last but certainly not least, and the one that I'm leaning more towards starting, is called Red and Black Sampler. Not letting me enlarge it much. There. Isn't that pretty? And I do love me a red and black sampler, so I'm not sure which one. I'm waiting for the floss to come in before making a decision. But I don't know. Well, they all call my name. Whilst I was perusing Etsy the other day, I ran across another designer of charts. See if I can find some of the ones that I think it's a Scandinavian designer. Nara X Stitch Patterns. I don't know if you're familiar with them or not, but they're really pretty. I love the colors. So I've got a few of those that I've put in my favorites that might just become more than a favorite. Jump into the stash pile one of these days. But some beautiful, beautiful designs. Look at that one. I'll try and remember to put that down in the information section, which you can find if you hit the word underneath, like my name. There'll be a more, and if you hit the more, it drops down and gives you further information. Should I remember to put it there? The memory, it's a bad thing. These two are unique because of the. Can I get them? No, it won't. It won't turn. But, those were pretty too with the pink. It'd be good in my bedroom for winter pictures, I think. So, anyway, that's going to be a thing. I thought I would make an Instagram, hashtag. Once we picked a date to start. If any of you wish to join in, it's a start along. There's no particular rules. I'm not going to be, I'm not going to be the sphincter police and be on there all the time. I'm not real good on social media, so, but I probably would start a hashtag for it. So if any of you are interested in starting along with us, I will let you know when we've picked a date to start along. And maybe some of you will actually finish. I don't know. I will finish eventually. It just is not, it's not in my makeup to really finish things quickly anymore. Unless it's a small. And none of those charts were small, so. Let's see, what else? What else can I tell you? Can you hear the birds chirping? I think there's one that's going to build a nest right up there in the peak of there's a gap between the main ceiling and then the kind of the cap that sits over the main ceiling, there's a gap, and Dan's going to screen it in, but I don't think he's going to get it done before some ditzy bird decides to build a nest up there. They build in the strangest places. So anyway, I think that's all I have to talk about. I mean, I could rattle on about other stuff, but you're not really here for that. So, rest of my day, I'll get the other video that I recorded a week ago posted. Trying to decide what to do for a chart of the week video for next week. And you probably won't see this one because I'll probably do a chart of the week for next week. The next weekend. So today's the 5th, so whatever this weekend is. That'll probably be a chart of the week video. And then I'll post this one the following weekend. I'm trying to get a little bit ahead so when I go on vacation, which again, might as well mention that, I am going on vacation the end of this month. I have decided I will be gone the entire time. So I will be gone from the shop from Monday the 26th, which I'm normally closed anyway. And I probably won't be back and into the shop until Friday the 7th. I think it's Friday. It's that Friday after the 4th. So the 4th is Tuesday. The 5th would be Wednesday. The 6th would be Thursday. So the 7th would be the first day I would be back in the shop. However, there's a little bit of a wrinkle that Connie's going to be in town for part of that time, and she said she would be willing to open the shop when she is available. We're going to get together and discuss it a little more when she gets, because she's down in Texas visiting her daughters and granddaughter. So when she gets back, we're going to talk about what days might work for her, and then I will put it on the calendar on the website. I'll put a post on Facebook. I'll talk about it in a video. And I'll post it on the door of the shop. So the shop might be open a day or two while I am gone. But I am going to be... Dan decided he couldn't go because he teaches at Metro Community College during the summer. Well, he teaches all year round. But during the summer, he teaches on Mondays and Wednesdays. And he decided he can't miss that many classes. So he is not coming up until I'm leaving on Monday. He's coming up on Thursday. He'll come home the day after the 4th. I'll come home a day after he comes home. So I'm going to be traveling with the dogs, so Katie's going to ride with me because we'll have the puker. Remy does not travel well, even with medicine. She still pukes. So we're going to try adding in Dramamine this year on top of the Serenia. I think it's Serenia that we give her for nausea. And see if that helps. She doesn't get stressed out. She gets actual motion sickness. So, and it's a 4-hour trip. So, Katie's going to ride with me. And Katie didn't want to leave a day later than everyone else in her family. So, that's why I'm leaving on Monday and coming home on the very last day, because she didn't want to leave to go early, and she didn't want to leave to come home early. So, I can deal with that, hopefully. I'm praying for a little bit cooler weather, but I don't think it's going to happen. So, anyway, just thought I would mention that I have decided to be gone from the shop for that amount of time. But hopefully Connie will be there for a couple of days. And I think, hello, Remy's sitting here staring at me. Hello, baby. Come here. Come here. Whoa. Where are you going? Come here. Rem, come here. Do you want to say hi? No? Come here. Reg says, I will. I'll get up on your lap, Mama. What? I don't know. She's staring at me like she wants up, but then she walks away when I go to pick her up. Okay, I'm going to let you go. You have a lovely week. Get lots of stitching done. And one other thing. I did want to thank you all for the comments and questions of for the question of the week. I appreciate all of your suggestions, and I will get them. I'm going to put them in a spreadsheet so I can kind of weed out the ones that are the same and go from there. We may end up doing some that I've had in the past, simply because I threw away my notebook where I kept track of what I had asked before, because I thought it was closing. So I threw that away, and I don't have a list, and I don't want to go back. That's a lot of videos. What am I at now? 150 or something like that. It's a lot of videos to go through. So I think there's new viewers that maybe didn't get a chance to answer some of those questions, so we may be repeating some and just go with it and answer it again. Maybe your answer has changed. Maybe you used to be monogamous and now you're not. Or maybe you used to not be monogamous and now you are. You just never know. So, okay. I will talk to you in the next video. Take care until then. Bye-bye.